Chapter 3 Gulliver's Travels. Gulliver left his home and boarded the ship Adventure under the control of Captain John Nichols. The voyage commenced in June 1703. The ship touched the Cape of Good Hope and the Straits of Madagascar. The ship had plenty of provisions, but there was no water. There was a severe storm, and the ship had drifted off its course. On the horizon he saw land and headed towards it. The captain sent a few men with vessels for water. When they reached the land, they found it was barren and rocky, while the others walked around on the shore looking for water. Gulliver walked alone on the other side. There was nothing interesting to see, and he started to feel tired. So he decided to go back to the place where he was dropped. To his surprise, he saw his friends already in a boat rowing furiously towards the ship. As he watched them go, he saw a huge creature shaped like a man walking in the deep sea and chasing the boat. The water of the ocean only reached till his knees, and he was taking huge steps. At that point, Gulliver quickly turned and, shivering with fear, ran blindly up a hill. There he saw fields of barley and corn that rose up to 40 feet high. He found some of the inhabitants in the field, and they were also of the same size as the creature who chased the boat. When they spoke, their voices sounded like thunder. He was filled with fear and dread. He hid himself. These people had come to reap the corn. They carried a reaping hook which was very large. Their clothes showed that they were laborers. The person in front was their master, the farmer. When one of them approached the place where Gulliver was hidden, he screamed aloud. Hearing the sound, the creature stopped and picked him up gently between his thumb and forefinger and took him near his eyes, which was 60 feet above the ground. He gently placed him down on the ground. The farmer and the other laborers sat on the ground and took a good look at him. Gulliver walked back and forth and raised his hat and bowed before them. He tried to speak to them in several languages. Each time Gulliver spoke, the farmer picked him up and held his ear close to Gulliver to hear what Gulliver was saying. This was all in vain, as they could not understand what Gulliver spoke. The farmer who found Gulliver took him home and placed him on the dining table, which was 20 feet high from the floor. Dinner was brought to the table in a dish that was 10 feet in diameter. The farmer's wife crumbled some bread and placed it before Gulliver. In the middle of dinner, he heard a purring sound from the cat that was 10 times larger than an ox. The farmer's wife was stroking the cat. A little later, a lady entered with the farmer's son. He grabbed Gulliver and put Gulliver's head into his mouth. Gulliver shouted so loudly that he dropped him, and Gulliver would have broken his neck but for the mother of the child. She held her apron under him, and Gulliver fell on it. Later, she put him on her bed and covered him with a clean white handkerchief. Gulliver slept dreaming of his home, his wife, and his children.